Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Nasdaq price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And this is an intraday where we're gonna dive deeper in Nasdaq between the 1 hour and the 15-minute chart here to see what happened and what it might happen next. So as you can see in Nasdaq, we said today in the live stream, if we break this trend line, that is an indication of a weakness toward the upside. We are potentially in the top here and we have finished this move toward the upside, knowing that I was preferring, of course, to take the blue box, preferring, but not saying that it will. Of course, that means if we break this, therefore, you might be here in an impulse toward the downside. If you remember, we said we have an impulse as a potential one, and today also there was a volatility here that it might be your wave 1, 2 again, and then 3, 4, 5. So be careful. A scenario here might unfold, of course, as an impulse towards this downside continuation. And I see, of course, a finished potential scenario here for this wave A, B, and a C as, of course, for a wave 5. Right, and that means your wave 5 has finished here as A, B, and a C. This is an impulse here where it has potentially finished, and we're looking for a wave 5 and a wave 1. Here we go, 5, wave 1. And then, yeah, I prefer that, well, knowing that this move here is creating a little bit like confusion, but I still feel like it is a part of it. This is a part of this impulse, or maybe this is a wave 5, wave 4 here, and this is your wave 3. Now the wave 1 can be internally shallow, yeah, like if you move inside it here, you can see there is a wave 1 and then wave 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, then your wave 4. Your wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1, right, which is kind of like perfect, right? No intersection, meaning a clean impulse. Finished a wave 5 after it, and then starting impulsively to move toward the downside for an impulse, yeah? So be careful, this might unfold right now, a new bearish scenario for a wave 2, of course, where we are looking for 3 waves. Right, confirmation for lower, of course, by taking this low, which we did not yet. And it's true, it's still very valid. I mean, because, you know, this is an impulse at the end. And an impulse can transform to something bigger, yeah, can be fractal. But I would like to, yeah, I mean, I would like to see it, but this is not now showing it, right? So this impulse towards the downside, unless it transforms just to a zigzag, and then we see, of course, what it might happen. But very critical. Again, I understand also the psychology, how much confused it is right now, and because, of course, did we top? Are we looking for lower, or are we still looking for higher? Again, for me, I'm not interested again in this area, because since we have finished here the clean price, yeah, the clean direction of the price and the impulse, once you start to get this here, well, it becomes risky. However, so far we could analyze it until here. Currently we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potentially that it might unfold towards the downside, towards the wave 2. Despite what we can see later on, I'm not really interested again. If we see higher prices again, it might be just to hit the blue box and then moving toward the downside. And this, of course, a possibility can be through an ending diagonal. This is the only way that I believe that you can hit it here. And then, of course, start to move toward the downside, which it could be really perfect for this situation, right? To create more confusion and showing much more complexity, and then moving toward the downside. Yeah, so, or yeah, from now, so soon or later, right? Yeah, this was for Nasdaq. For the SPX, what I'm looking at the SPX as well, some red. Potentially we have topped as well. This can be your final leg here for this impulse, because internally also you can count an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. No interfering with a wave 4 and a wave 1. Perfect impulse potentially finished there. And currently you see an impulse towards the downside. And this is also already close to the blue box, so yeah, it can be definitely finished. Yeah. So for the SPX, I'm looking for the same. I'm looking for 3 waves toward the downside. Okay. The timing for the wave 2 now and the parameters for the wave 2, let's set up for the timing as well. So if this is your wave 1, the time required for a wave 2, yes, now it is even much far. Here we go. So minimum requirement is 0.38 as a time. Of course, this price is confirmation. And basically, if you hit the 0.38, which is around May 21, where we might hit the perfect timing and the perfect fib level, but don't forget it can be even longer until the perfection would be, of course, 29 May. Yeah, so as a perfection, and yeah, we gonna have to test it in this area. From here downward, you don't have to be looking for something higher, guys. Of course, there is somewhere where it's gonna rebound, but it's gonna continue toward the downside, right? Yep. So this is for the SPX Wave 2 setup. For the Nasdaq Wave 2 setup, we gonna see the following. Let's go to 1 hour. All right. Okay. For this setup, I think yeah, it's already done. But let me check because it is an old time. So the timing right now is starting over there. Let me check. Here we go. On the top here. All right. So this is exactly the timing that it might be even, of course, until 1-to-1 fib level. You would like to hit the 0.38. Minimum requirement is, again, 25 May. It's almost the same at 21 May, sorry. And the perfection is 28 or 29. So aligning in perfection with SPX and Nasdaq. Very nice, right? So basically, this is exactly what I'm looking for the next price action. You don't have to worry what is going on until the 0.38. Once we hit here, we start to get worried if we don't move higher. Okay, but basically you can dive deeper, definitely. Yeah, so we'll see what's gonna happen in Nasdaq and SPX. That was it for the intraday update. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.